Hi Owtech fam, welcome back to another review of an audio interface. Now in a previous video I did this Tayun Q24, which is a basic audio interface for anyone who wants to begin their content recording for voice recording and stuff. Now it works, but it has some maybe downsides. Now today with me I have the Focusrite 2i2 4th generation studio set, which comes with an audio interface. It comes with a headphone and a microphone. Now the reason for the upgrade is that I'm a person who actually does singing sometime. That's why you see a guitar in the background, and I've been using a simple microphone. I initially had a mono dynamic microphone. I bought one from Boya, which is around here, but it wasn't one of the best quality, so I wanted something that would give me good audio quality overall. So this is an updated audio interface. There is the 2i2 3rd generation. Now this has much more improved functionalities, which we can look at later in another video when you're testing. Now just the overall overview of this is that this is how it looks like, the front face. It has inputs and outputs, but in the front face we have this here, the two knobs that are gain knobs for the inputs in the back. So if you have your microphone, XLR microphone like this here, you put it in the back over there, and now you control it with the gain knobs on this end here. Apart from that, we have a few buttons here that you'll have to just find a video of a complete test to understand how each one of them reads. Now but we have the select button, we have the 48 volt, that is when you are using condenser microphone that requires phantom power. We have instrument, we have auto, safe and air. So you just take your time to figure out how all this work by testing each one of them step by step. We have the output knob. If you have an external say audio monitoring speakers, then this is what controls the volume of that specific speaker. Then you have a button here for direct. Then we have an icon here showing USB connectivity. Now this here if you're connecting with USB to your PC. And then finally we have the headphone knob and port here. So if you have a headphone, it will be plugged into this port right here, and then you have the knob to control the volume right there. On the back side we have the inputs, the XLR inputs. We have the two inputs here for XLR, and then we have the outputs for your monitoring speakers. You have the USB port where you can use a USB-C cable. It actually uses a USB-C cable compared to this one that used to use a USB-B cable. So the older one, like the Tayun Q24, this is the kind of cable it used, but now with this you can use a C to C cable. So it means if you have a C laptop like this here, you can directly plug your C cable into this and directly into your interface here. So we'll do a test later and then we'll see more about it, but for now that's just the general overview, how it looks, the number of inputs and outputs. That's why it's called a 2i2, so 2 in 2 out, so 2 inputs and outputs for your speakers, except the headphone of course, which is an extra output but only for monitoring. Apart from that, the other thing that we have in this package is the Scarlett CM25 MK3 microphone. So this is a condenser microphone, large diaphragm condenser microphone for instruments and voice. So it has a high pickup range. We'll look at that in the startup guide later. It comes with this muff here, which helps protect the sound bouncing, the pulls and burrs. So we have that shield. It's actually called a shield. It comes with a connection that you can add to your tripod, which is actually metallic and very strong, and same as the microphone, it's metallic and heavy. So you can just put this here, and then if you have something like a stand, you can just add it. You can just like screw it on your tripod and then you can use it, and then it's adjustable. So once you put it like this is adjustable. Like you can change this, you can put it in that position, horizontal or vertically, depending on how you're using it, but it picks from all directions because it is a condenser microphone with a high pickup range as well. The third item in this is the headphone, a studio monitoring headphone. So this is the Focusrite Scarlett SH450, as you can see at the back, HS450. So it is a comfortable studio monitoring headphone, which is I would say high quality. So let me fix that a bit. Turn this around. Okay, now this is how the headphone looks like. It's actually very flexible and very simple. It is adjustable. You can adjust it on both ends. It has very comfortable and soft muffs. Then it fits in really well and it doesn't really press your head. So it covers all of your ears, and you can wear it for long hours because of the the quality of the muffs that have been added to this here. It has a cable. I'm not sure about the length of this cable here, but it is a very good long cable. So you can see nearly 2 meters if I'm not wrong. So you can like use it. It can be performing. You've plugged it into your interface here, you've plugged it there, it's on your desk, but you can still use it to monitor from whichever place you are. So you see, that's a very long and comfortable microphone. It is not wireless. Some people prefer wireless monitoring headphones, but then it does usually reduce the quality of sound. So it is wired, but it is a great one. I think you can find other reviews of these items on YouTube or any other website. People do articles on this. This came with a USB A to C cable, but you can use a USB-C to C cable. So this part goes into the sound card, audio interface, and then this other part goes into your PC. If you don't have a USB A port like my case here, then you'll need to find a docking station. So if this can fit here, so you'll need to find a docking station with a USB A port that you can use. Apart from that, it also comes with an XLR cable. So it has a very long XLR cable. Let me try and locate where I put the XLR cable for this microphone. The XLR cable is 3 meters from the information given on the package. Here it is. So it has a high quality, low noise. So if you look closely at the noiseless, I want you to read that. I don't know if you can see that. It is noiseless XLR cable, and very long as well. So you can also like hold it over a long distance. Say you want to reduce maybe sound interference with your external speaker. So you plug this, use it elsewhere, have your audio interface somewhere else, and use it from a distance as well. Now the last part is maybe testing. So let me find a USB-C cable, then we can test and see how this feels like. So I'll plug this into my laptop. This is a C2C cable, as you can see. C2C cable. I'm going to plug this into my laptop, and then so you see this part is plugged into the laptop directly, and then this other part is going to go into the C port. I'm not going to use the C to A because I don't have an A port on my laptop. So here I'll plug this. Once I plug that, you notice now it has some light on it. So the knobs work. When I adjust the knobs, the light levels will increase. For instance, let's say I'm using this here. You may not see it clearly, but the more I adjust it, the more the light comes on. So I want you to see that. See the light? If I take it out, it goes off completely. Same with the output volume knob here. There. So once you've done this, you just need to plug in your XLR into this, but it's usually advisable that you plug in first before, you know, plugging the XLR into it. So say I'm using one, so I've plugged that in there. So this will peak if I set up, if I increase the volume here, I mean the gain level, so it will start picking. Now if I want to monitor this, I'll just use my headphone, which is already plugged in, and increase the volume. So I can have this as my monitoring device. So if I speak here, I'll be hearing it on this side. I increase that volume and then I hear it. Or I can also use the external outputs here for external monitoring. Let's say I'm trying to listen to how a song would sound in an external device instead of like headphone, which is usually like an advisable thing to do if you're someone who is trying these things. Now I want you to notice that if you put this gain volume to a high level, it turns red. So if I reduce it a bit, you notice that the low sound does not bring a very, does not bring the red color. But if I speak too close to it like this, you see now it means that it has picked it very high. It has high, like it picks from a very far distance. So if you put it too close and speak too loudly, then there will be sound distortion. So you might want to lower that down a bit, and then you can now speak and it remains green. I think that's it for the Focusrite Scarlett 2i2 4th generation. I'm just using it for the first time, and I still need to like explore and understand some other functionalities which I'm yet to explore and get to use. So if you find it helpful, give it a like, share it with a friend, subscribe to the channel for reviews and tech tutorials. Now if you've not watched a video on the review of the Tune Q24, which is a basic audio interface, I'm going to leave a link so that you can watch that and see if it's something you can get if you're on a budget and still can't afford to get this Focusrite Scarlett audio interface.